やつだ。巨人だ。
What is up everyone, this is the final entry for my Titan Explained series, and in today's video we'll be talking about the history of the Colossus Titan, breaking down the Titan's powers and abilities, and going over the design of the Titan. However, I'll be putting more focus on Bertolt's Colossus Titan because he held the Titan for the longest time, but I'll still go over some things for Armin's Colossus Titan as well. Now, if you didn't know, the Colossus Titan was actually ranked first as the most popular Titan based on the official Attack on Titan popularity poll. I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise because its introduction is easily one of the most iconic scenes in not just Attack on Titan, but probably for modern anime too. I would love to hear your thoughts on whether or not the Colossus Titan still deserves to be the most popular Titan in the comment section down below. Also, here's a spoiler warning because some information will be from the manga, so feel free to click away and don't forget to sub to the channel if you haven't already. To start, the Colossus Titan only existed after the death of Ymir Fritz when she was subsequently eaten by her daughters. It would be split into 9 titans and would then pass down to the different Eldian houses under the founding titan for 1,700 years, but it was then taken by the nation of Mali when Karl Fritz turned his back on the Eldians during the Great Titan War. Around the year 843, Bertolt Hoover joined the Malian Titan Warriors program and was chosen to inherit the powers of the Colossus Titan. During his time in the military, he was praised for his shooting abilities, so he was selected along with Annie Leonhardt and Marcel Galliard to become warriors and inherit the powers of the Titans. He would eventually become good friends with another warrior candidate named Rainer Braun after seeing him getting bullied by Marcel's brother Poco. And according to what Rainer said, Bertolt was able to easily use the Titan's power almost immediately after inheriting it, and during a war between Mali and an enemy nation, he used his Colossus Titan to destroy an entire city containing enemy soldiers after the Card Titan had sneaked him in behind enemy lines. He was then part of the team sent to Paradise Island along with Rainer, Annie and Marcel to take the founding Titan and bring it back to Mali in the year 845. Early on in the mission, they had lost Marcel to Ymir's Pure Titan and they wanted to abandon the mission, but Rainer convinced them to continue on with the mission. They eventually arrived at the Outer Walls where Bertolt transformed into his Colossus Titan and proceeded to destroy the wall, and this would become one of the most iconic scenes in the series. Something to note here, after he returned back to his human form, he had encountered Dina Fritz's Pure Titan, yet she didn't attack him because Pure Titans would normally attack humans given the chance, so it was quite weird, but we were actually given an explanation in the final chapter of the Attack on Titan manga, so if you're interested, be sure to check out my breakdown of the final chapter. So anyways, they managed to sneak into the city during the chaos and they would join the 104th Training Corps after learning the truth about the founding Titan. Bertolt and Rainer eventually joined the Survey Corps, but we all know their time in the Survey Corps wasn't very long and their identity was eventually found out by Armin. They were forced to retreat and regroup with Zeke Yeager in the Shingeki district to face off against the Survey Corps. But unlike Rainer and Zeke who got away after losing the battle, Bertolt wasn't as lucky as he would be eaten by Armin's Pure Titan and he would become the new inheritor of the Colossus Titan. However, Armin has only been seen using the powers of the Colossus Titan twice when he used it to destroy the Mali Navy in the anime, and the second time is when he used it to blow up Eren's founding Titan in the manga. Also, Bertolt actually returned in the manga when Eren had summoned the past Titan Shifters to defend against the remaining main cast of characters. However, he eventually regained control over his Titan along with a handful of other inheritors when they were reawakened in the past by Zeke. He then protected Annie from a horde of Titan Shifters to buy time for Eren's snake to be destroyed, and he would disappear along with the other Titan Shifters when Armin had to blow up Eren's remaining body by transforming into his Colossus Titan. Since we're on the topic of blowing things up, the Colossus Titan explosive or almost nuclear-like transformation is undoubtedly one of the Titan's most terrifying and recognizable skills, because unlike other Titans that also generate heat and energy when transforming, Bertolt's Colossus Titan was able to take it to the next level. We saw how he could control the energy produced during the transformation to create various effects, like when he attacked the district of Tross. His transformation only caused a small shockwave that knocked the trainees over the wall, and it's likely because he didn't want to hurt any of his friends. However, he did the complete opposite during the Battle of Shingeki, where his transformation was similar to a small nuclear device, creating a mushroom cloud while also destroying parts of the district and killing the surrounding Survey Corps members. And if you take a closer look, you actually notice that the location of where he transformed in Shingeki was eventually turned into an artificial lake in the anime, so it's quite a nice attention to detail. In the final season, Armin also used this ability to wipe out the Malian navy and the surrounding area in a tremendous explosion that could be felt and seen from the main battle. I guess that's why Margav called the Colossus Titan the God of Destruction. Now, as the name suggests, the size of the Titan can also be considered a skill, with it standing 60 meters tall and even being able to look over the walls of Paradise Island. And thanks to the size of the Titan, it also possesses incredible physical strength, able to destroy the outer gate of Wall Maria with just a single kick, launching entire houses in the air and send Eren's attack Titan flying from the ground on top of Wall Maria. However, the size of the Titan does make it slow and weak against high mobility opponents like the ODM gear of the Scouts, but the Titan makes up for it with its heat or steam generation. The Colossus Titan is able to release hot pressurized steam to deflect weapons like the Thunder Spears or the cables from the ODM gears used by the Scouts. Additionally, we even see Bertolt being able to control and release heat through precise areas of the body. Although this is a strong defensive ability, usage of this ability does render the muscles of the Titan become immobile, and prolonged use of the ability will gradually decrease its muscle mass until only the skeletal structure remains. And a benefit of this ability is that the Colossus Titan is able to instantly dissipate its body after returning back to its human form. We see Bertolt use this ability during the attack on Tross, where Eren had tried to attack the Colossus Titan, but before his attack could land, the Titan suddenly disappears in less than 10 seconds without a trace. However, if the Inheritor dissipates the Titan body at a dangerous height, they could fall to their death, but coupled with the ODM gear, the Inheritor is able to easily survive. Now, similar to Eren's Titan, Bertolt also showed that the Colossus Titan was able to create partial transformation, like when he was able to manifest the upper portion of his Titan form on top of Walrus to fight against the Survey Corps. With that said, let's take a look at the different appearances of the Colossus Titan, and I think this is the only Titan shifter that has very little changes to the overall design of other Colossus Titans. So let's start with Bertolt's form, and compared to the other Titans, his form was definitely more unusual as compared to the typical Titan shifters throughout the series. The entire body of the Titan is just exposed muscle and lacking any skin, with just a few parts being covered like the head area. Also, his jaw and facial structure seems to be heavily altered from his human form, because for other Titan shifters, their Titan form will normally have some physical traits resembling their original inheritors, but that isn't the case for Bertolt. His feet were also quite different to the other Titans, looking like thick pillars of muscle, while he had slim and disproportionately long arms in comparison to his head, body and legs. But these characteristics are quite common for other Colossus Titans. Now, as for Armin's Colossus Titan form, it has some of the typical features of other Colossus Titans, like being almost entirely skinless, having facial features that are quite deformed, and eyes that are sunken in with muscles surrounding them. But his form does have some features that make it unique, like Armin's Titan form has much longer and skinnier arms, with it reaching past its knees, and even more muscular legs. His Titan form also has an upper body that's fairly skinny, with an exposed ribcage on the front and sides, unlike Bertolt's chunkier upper body. As for facial features, Armin's form is the only Colossus Titan seen to have lips that are surrounded by some muscle, and also the exposed windpipe that can be seen at the neck with only 2 tendons in front of it makes his form quite unique in terms of design. Moving on to the past Colossus Titans, the one we see in chapter 1-2 of the manga is very likely the first ever Colossus Titan, and it pretty much has all the typical features for the Titan other than maybe the yellow glowing eyes. Now, other than this one shown in chapter 1-2, I think the Colossus Titans shown in the Rumbling could be counted as well, but again they have all the known features of the Titan with only alterations to their faces, so not much can be said about their appearances. Also, a special mention to Eren's own Colossus Titan form. It has the same face as his founding Titan form and is the only Colossus Titan to actually have hair. I'm not sure if it's actually a Colossus Titan, but since it's the same size as Armin's Titan, I think it could be considered as one. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the Colossus Titan explained, and we are finally done with breaking down all the 9 Titans in Attack on Titan. I guess it was fitting to end the series with the most popular and probably one of the most dangerous Titans of the series. But I definitely wish that there would be more variety when it comes to the design of the Colossus Titan overall. What about you guys? Do you have any thoughts on the Colossus Titan, and do you agree that there should have been more unique forms for the past Colossus Titans? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, and hopefully I have managed to provide some interesting information about the Colossus Titan. So if you enjoyed the Colossus Titan Explained, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribing to the channel for other Attack on Titan or anime contents in the future. Also, you can check out my Female Titan or Founding Titan Explained if you're interested. Thanks for watching my Titan Explained series. Have a great day, and as always, stay safe everyone.